Good morning, I'm Angie Austin with Oil and Gas 360 at the 2015 Entercom Oil and Gas Conference. This morning we have Tom Jorden with us. He's the CEO, President, and Chairman of Cimarex Energy. Good morning, Tom.
Good morning, Angie.
All right, let's get right to it because I know you're presenting in just a few minutes. So we'll start with some short and medium-term goals. Cimarex's two largest focus areas are the Wolfcamp and the Woodford. So what's the company's short/medium-term goal, considering you have a strong focus in a predominant oil play and a predominant gas play?
Well, we like the diversity. We like the multi-basin approach. We're internally generating our opportunities. We focus on innovation and science, and we find being in multiple basins allows us to leverage opportunities and execution from one basin to another. So we like having the multi-basin exposure. We like having the multi-commodity exposure. We're not interested in being solely an oil company or solely a gas company. We like being both. And as we look to expand our footprint, we'd like to further diversify, find new basins.
Well, let's talk about improvements. Can you tell us about the improvements that you've seen with the longer laterals in the Wolfcamp?
Well, the improvements have been staggering. The long laterals are our most efficient incremental capital. For the incremental drilling and completion costs, we're getting tremendous uplift. We're going from what used to be a 10-stage job to a 20-stage job for a 5,000-foot lateral. When we go to a 10,000-foot lateral, we can do 43 stages typically, and we're seeing a tremendous uplift in productivity, lower decline rates, and much better capital efficiency. It's a great rate of return to go those longer laterals.
Well, let's talk a little bit about acreage. How has meeting acreage obligations impacted your spending in 2015?
Well, that's a great question, and I would say it really hasn't. As we built our acreage position, we did so always keeping in mind what our future obligations would be on holding that acreage. We always had a mantra we didn't want to bite off more than we could chew. And so our acreage holding expenditures as we look into the out years are really very, very modest. We can generally hold our acreage with a few rigs out of our entire fleet.
Well, I know you're short on time, so let's get into a financial question. Cimarex completed an equity raise in May of $730 million net proceeds. So how is that capital being allocated?
Well, we're looking to accelerate our program. We raised the equity in order to accelerate our program. We've got some great rate of return opportunities in our portfolio. And so what we'll be doing at the end of this year and into 2016 is adding some activity, adding that value, bringing some of those, we have decades of drilling opportunity. We'd like to bring some of that value forward for Cimarex shareholder. So we'll have increased activity in the tail end of 15 and then into 2016.
And in terms of your presentation that you're going to leave for in just a second here, are you excited about certain aspects of it? What are you really going to hit on?
Well, what I'm going to be talking about is the sustainability of our business. Everybody's kind of dour here with prices low and there's a lot of people hanging their head. I think the challenge to Cimarex and to companies in our space is to figure out how you get your business sustainable. Don't be a shipwreck victim. The rescue ship is not coming. So you better figure out how to get your business tuned to where your opportunity set, your cash flow, and your investments are in balance and sustainable. That's our challenge. That's the challenge of our sector. And I'm very confident that Cimarex is well positioned for that.
Well, excellent. Thank you so much for joining us on such a short time here as he goes in to present. I'm Angie Austin with Oil and Gas 360. Thanks for joining us.